Welcome to the Gals Guide podcast. Join us on an adventure to get to know famous and infamous women from around the world. Each of our presenters has a pick. Is she ancient history? Is she breaking news? Is she safe for work? Well, that's up to each presenter. All we know is that...
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Well, for our last episode of this month, we're going to do something a little bit special. I'm going to lead our listeners and our gal pals for this month's episode of Katie and Debbie on a meditation. And this is a meditation that I learned from the Tara Mandala Center. I have been led in this meditation by Lama Tsultrim Allione, as well as Lapam Charlada Rotterdam. It's always important in meditations to be like, where did you learn this from? Like, where does this lineage come from? If it was in a book, I would also be telling you the name of the book. But this is a practice that can be done whenever you need it. The seed of this practice is within Buddhism, but it's also mindful compassion at its center. So you can use this with any spiritual path, even including no spiritual path as well. So it is a very gentle meditation. It is my go-to meditation when life gets loud. It's one that I go to when I'm not sure what to do and I need some recentering within myself. When the world is quite busy and active, this is the meditation that I lead within programs and stuff like that. So I'm happy to be sharing this with you. So I will guide you into this. The first important thing is be comfortable in your seat. So I tend to rock back and forth to kind of like find my comfortability in my seat, to kind of relax those hip bones, if you will. And then with your hands, you can do whatever is comfortable. You can rest them on your knees or on your thighs. You can just have them wherever kind of your elbows can kind of hang loose. You can also pull your shoulders back a little bit, almost like you have wings and you're pulling your shoulders back. Kind of opens up your chest just a little bit more. I tend to click my shoulders because I hunch over a lot. And then your eyes, soften your gaze or close your eyes, whatever is more comfortable for you. If you don't feel right closing your eyes, like you're worried you'll fall asleep, or you need to be aware in your situation, like for example, if you are driving, maybe come back to this meditation. I have had people listen to meditations while driving. I do not recommend. But soften your gaze. You can use your eyes to kind of follow the bridge of your nose to kind of soften and not really focus on what is in front, just so that you can have that relaxing of the eyes. And then take in a deep breath. Take in a whole bunch of air to kind of fill your lungs and then release that air. And then take a moment to kind of set the intention. So in Buddhism, we raise bodhicitta. In the Gals Guide writing class, we raise what is called book-citta. But give yourself a minute to just set your intention to be mindful, to rest. And whether you are sitting on a chair or on a couch, or whether you're sitting on the floor, feel into what is supporting you. How that chair is supporting you, how that floor, that couch, how it's supporting you, keeping you up. And then think about if you are in a chair that is above the floor, feel into the support of those legs that touch the floor of the home that you are in. And then go further still and feel into how the floor is supporting you, creating a base for you. And now focus further deep to the ground that is right underneath of you. Picture how the dirt of the earth is underneath of you and how it is holding you in this moment. And let yourself just rest on the ground. Because the ground can hold you. It can let you rest. The ground doesn't have to gain any more muscle mass to hold a new person being born. The ground can hold all of us. The ground holds us unconditionally just as we are. And as you rest in this unconditional holding, notice what you can let go of. What stress or tension are you holding in your body that you don't have to hold? What pain are you holding in your heart that you can also let go, if only for a moment? And if your mind is actively working on something, just put it on pause for a moment. Just release that, let it float away like a cloud, and come back to resting with the earth as your seat. When we rest with this ground, we become aware that the ground is under us, but that it's also the same ground that connects to everyone in your city. And that same ground that connects to everyone in your county. The same ground that connects to everyone in your state. We're all sitting on the same ground. And now picture farther still how the ground that's underneath of you is connected to all of the people in the United States. Imagine that same ground of where you are at reaches all the way to the east coast of Maine. And then how that same ground, how it stretches out and reaches down to the tip of Florida. That same ground goes west and it reaches as far as California, Alaska, and South America. That ground that we feel on that surface, it also is connected to the ocean floor. Though further down, it connects us to the shores of Africa, Japan, and Europe. This ground connects every being on this planet. And the ground you connect with is also from every being who has ever stepped on it, who has ever laughed, who has ever cried, who has ever lived. You are not alone here. The ground beneath you is connected to every being, animal or human, that has touched the ground. It is connected to all of those in this podcast, all of those in our cities, connected to all of those in our states and our country and on this planet. So simply feel the earth and its connection to all beings. And from this ground, we can feel the support and open our hearts that we are not alone. We are all connected by the ground of being. The ground is our witness to our existence. The ground supports us in times of triumph and trauma. The ground doesn't judge us, it just holds us. The ground awakens our hearts to feel more deeply, but also shows us how we are connected to the whole world. So sit in that feeling of being supported from the ground. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And then this is when I do the thing you're not supposed to do after a meditation. I ask my two gal pals, how was that meditation for you? The idea is you're not supposed to judge it right away. However, this is a podcast. And I thought I would ask. You know what? They're both awake. They're both awake. So that's a victory already. If you fell asleep during it, I'm not judging.
I thought falling asleep would be the victory.
Right. That is fair.
There were lots of yawns for me.
If it got you ready for rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. See? There you go. That is my meditation when things get rough to recenter.
Relaxing.
Yeah. For a extreme extrovert, the idea of that connection was really beneficial to me.
Isn't that nice? It's recharging almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of, I'm not alone.
You're never too far away from people. You're always connected on that same ground. Yeah. Past, present, future.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you for letting me do that. I appreciate it.
Thank you for doing it.
Yes, hopefully it can be a spot that, I will just kind of bookmark this meditation and everybody will have it when they need it, right? Little resource in their wellness kit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I can wrap us up for the whole month. How about that? You know why? Because the next Monday, there are 5 Mondays in March. We're going to rest. We're going to take it off. We won't have an episode next Monday. We will come back in April. Does that sound good?
Love that. And I wish everyone a wonderful rest.
Exactly. Please rest. So that wraps us up for Rest as Resistance Month. Join us next month in April when we learn about nourishment and the table. Thanks for listening. That's another woven thread into our personal and collective well-being tapestry. If you loved learning about women's history or are looking for some self-care, discover even more community and care at galsguide.org. Until next time, keep sharing women's stories.